Good evening. Welcome to Munchi B Talks Politics. I am Munchi B. Everybody, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening. This evening, our topic that we will be discussing is promises versus reality. So, click on the like as you come in, share the live as you come in, and leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Share the live and come up with talk. Reality versus promises. Good night, Bridget. Good night, Charmaine. Good night, everybody that is tuning in tonight at Munchi B Talks Politics, where we discuss hard hitting issues and we discuss current affairs issue affecting our country. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Nicole, thank you very much. Good night, good night, good night. So guys, tonight our topic is promises versus reality. And I felt the need to talk about promises versus reality tonight because I read an article in the Sunday Gleaner on Sunday. An article that was written by Keith Duncan. Keith Duncan article. How many of you read that article over the weekend? Keith Duncan's article. So Keith Duncan wrote an article in the Gleaner on the weekends warning against lofty and impractical election promises. Who read that article? Yes. So when I read that article over the weekend, I felt the need to discuss it and talk about it. So that is what we're going to talk about tonight. So guys, share the live, rock and come in. Good night, YR. Good night, Carlton. Good night, Jav. Good night, everybody. Rock and come in. We're going to talk about promises versus reality. Now, Keith Duncan warning his article. He was warning he was warning both parties against unrealistic promises that they know the country cannot fulfill. So you guys can go and you can read the article. Now, Keith Duncan spoke about two particular promises that he is warning against. Keith Duncan says in his article that he's warning against the idea or against the plan to raise the income tax threshold to $3 million, and he's warning against the promise to slow down debt payment. Now, we both know that those two promises came from the People's National Party. Mark Golding and the PNP is promising the people of Jamaica that when they form government, they will slow down the payment of our debt and they will raise the income tax threshold to $3 million. Now, here is Keith Duncan, a very respected businessman, very respected on both sides, and he felt the need to write an article to the Gleaner to warn the party, PNP party. I am saying it's PNP party because they are the ones with unrealistic promises. They are the ones that is going around promise the people of Jamaica every single thing just to win the election. So Keith Duncan said in his article that if the income tax threshold is raised to $3 million, it will cost the country over $38 billion. Plus, in order for the PNP to fulfill that promises, they will have to raise taxes. So when you hear Mark Golding on a political platform promising us that he will raise the income tax threshold, ask him, where will that money come from, Mark Golding? Tell us. Which area of government will you pull that money from? Which ministry? Which ministry budget will you cut to do that implement that policy? Where will you put the tax? What will you plan for tax? We need to ask Mark Golding these pertinent questions because that is one of his promise. The next promise that Mark Golding and the PNP's promised the people of Jamaica that when they form government, they will slow down the debt payment and take $40 billion to run social programs. Guys, did you hear that? Mark Golding and the PNP is promising the people of Jamaica that when them farm government, they will take 40 billion of our tax money, or them are going to tax us to the tune of $40 billion to run social program. This sound like run with it 2.0. Mark Golding is telling the people of Jamaica that when him farm government $40 billion to run social program, and let's discuss this so-called social program that PNP is promising us. Based on history, all the PNP social program that were implemented only benefited PNP people. In Porsche time, when they had the Jeep, the three-wheel Jeep only benefited the PNP people. Remember? The Jeep only start, and as the Jeep reach a one bus stop, the Jeep brought down and the Jeep never start again. The next handout program that the PNP had in a PNP time, where the PNP had the handout run with it program, where they have people pretending to do road work, people pretending to work at JUTC, people who have never put their foot in a JUTC before and collect check every Friday. Those are some of the programs that the PNP had. The PAD program again. When the PAD program was first implemented, the PNP had their surrogates and their PNP people walk in the communities and identify the PNP people and sign them up on the program. Whether you have job or not, whether you meet the requirement or not, PNP did not care. They just put the lazy PNP people on the PAD program so the PNP people can benefit. So I want to ask Mark Golding a question this evening. What are the social programs that you're coming with for $40 billion? Who is going to fund that program? Where will you pull the resources from? Which ministry will you pull money from to fund the PNP social program? Another thing that the PNP did when the PNP was in government up between PJ to Porsche, they built all the JUTC depots in PNP Garrison. That is another social program, guys, because we all know that JUTC has never run a surplus, has never run a profit yet. JUTC has never, there was no profit in JUTC under the PNP because JUTC was a cash cow and another social program by the People's National Party. And the way them place the depots in the PNP Garrison. If you're not PNP, you cannot work there. So that is another PNP program again. So here is Mark Golding coming again on the political platform to tell us that when in farm government, $40 billion will be put aside for PNP people and PNP programs. So we want to ask Mark Golding this evening, promises versus reality. You need to come to the people of Jamaica, Mark Golding, and you need to tell us, how will you fund these programs? Where will the money come from? The $40 billion, where will you get that money from? Is it through tax? Are you going to cut education, the budget for education? Are you going to cut the budget for security? What about agriculture? Where will the money come from to fund these things? We want to know. And it is very serious, guys. When you see Keith Duncan felt the need to write a letter to the Gleaner and put it in writing to warn the country about the Mark Golding-led PNP. It is very, very serious, and we need to take it very, very serious. When you see Keith Duncan felt the need to put it in writing and to say to the country, beware of the political gimmickry coming from the People's National Party. Beware of the promises that they cannot fulfill. Beware of the promises coming from the PNP telling us that they will slow down the payment of debt. Keith Duncan said, and I want to tell you what he said. He said, if we slow down the payment of debt, that will weaken the Jamaican credibility in the international space. the international, that will weaken the credibility of our country. But we all know that Mark Golding and the People's National Party don't really care about the credit ratings of the Jamaica of the economy. They don't really care about how Jamaica look in international space. They just want to be in power. The PNP just want to form government. Mark Golding, he just want to form government so that him and a bunch of tapanaris can collect and get rich. Keith Duncan is saying we must be careful. Do not slow down the payment of debt. It will weaken the credibility among international investors and credit rating agencies. Those were his words. And in my opinion, he is speaking to Mark Golding. This letter that Keith Duncan felt the need to write on Sunday, he is speaking to Mark Jefferson Golding and the People's National Party, because he's seeing them and he's hearing them on the political platform promising the people of Jamaica every single thing in order for them to form government. He's on the political platform telling the people of Jamaica that when they form government, they will make sure that there is a fund to fix roads. Where will that fund come from? How will they, where will they get the money from to put in that fund? Is that going to be a form of tax again? Is the People's National Party under Mark Golding promising to tax us again for this alleged fund to fix road? Remember, we already had a fund to fix road and the PNP did not fix any road. Remember, Pickersgill promised us that we're supposed to be pothole free by 2003, and that never happened. That never happened. So here is Mark Golding and the PNP coming again to tell us that, oh, I'm going to tax you guys again to fix the road. There's never a time in history where the PNP has taxed the people of Jamaica, and the tax that they took from us used to do what they said that they're going to do with it. Never. There's never been a time in our history when the PNP implement a tax for anything and it turned out to be what they said they're going to do. Never. The road maintenance fund that the PNP implemented to fix the road, they didn't use it to fix the road. They took that fund and put it somewhere else. That fund that the PNP implemented in 2002 to fix the road, they did not use it to fix the road. They used it to run election. That fund that the PNP implemented in the pothole free fund, road maintenance fund that they tax the Jamaican people, it didn't use to fix the road. We had the same amount of pothole and even worse now. So PNP is just a party of tax, and we need to call on Mark Jefferson Golding to come out and tell the people of Jamaica how is he planning, how will he fund these things that he's promising all the people of Jamaica. Where will the fund come from? Where will the funding come from to roll out the $40 billion run with it program that he's planning to do? Based on Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell's narrative, is another run with it program going to start under the PNP again. Is another run with it and fix it later. Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell come with same thing like Omar Davis, because he has not shown the people or proved to the people of Jamaica, explain to the people of Jamaica how is he going to fund these policies. Where will the funding come from, Mark Golding? You need to come and tell the people of Jamaica. You need to come and tell the people of Jamaica which agency, which government ministry, or how, where the $40 billion will come from. You need to come and tell us, Mark Golding. We're asking you. You need to come and tell us, Mark Golding, where the fund will come from. Where the fund will come from to fund these policies. Because Keith Duncan is warning the country, guys. Keith Duncan felt the urge to write an article in the Comrade paper to warn the people of Jamaica about Mark Golding and the PNP. Keith Duncan is sounding the alarm. Keith Duncan is telling the people of Jamaica that is not everything glitter is gold. And we need to listen and take heed. Keith Duncan, a well-respected man, he was leading EPAC a year ago, well-respected, non-political. He felt the need to warn the people of Jamaica about the policies of Mark Jefferson Golding. Mark, you need to come and tell the people of Jamaica where will the money come from for the 40 billion run with it program that you are planning to implement if you form government. Because we cannot allow Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting to set back the country like they did in the 18.5 years. Remember Mark Golding's mentor is Omar Davis. Remember, Mark Golding is coming from Omar Davis School. We need to take heed. The people of Jamaica need to be told, and the people of Jamaica need to be warned about Mark Jefferson Golding. Remember, Mark Golding is coming from Omar Davis School. Omar Davis is his mentor. That's why he felt the need to tell the people of Jamaica that he's going to spend $40 billion on run with it programs. Where will that money come from? Where will that money come from? We cannot allow Mark Golding and the PNP to set back our country. For the first time in history, Jamaica credit ratings, it is at the highest. For the first time in history, investors have confidence in the economy. For the first time in history, our debt to GDP is at the lowest. For the first time in history, unemployment is down. We cannot allow Mark Jefferson Golding and the People's National Party to set back our country. We cannot allow it. So we need to call on Mark Golding to come out and explain to the people of Jamaica, where will this fund come from? Where? We cannot allow Mark Golding to just go on the political platform and say anything. We cannot allow Mark Golding to just go on the political platform and speak nonsense and make noise. Time come for you start explain to the people of Jamaica, Mark Golding. Time come for you to explain to the people of Jamaica where will the funding come from to run the social program that you are planning to run. Dayton Campbell already told the country that when the PNP form government, they will implement an agriculture tax in order for the PNP to put in their pockets. He already told the country. Because what is the purpose for what do the country need another tax for? Why do we need a tax? Why do we need a tax to fund the agriculture sector? Why do we need a tax? Because based on the policies and based on the money that is invested in agriculture as we speak, we don't need a fund. We don't need a fund. The government of Jamaica is already helping the farmers. We do not need a fund, Dayton Campbell. And how will a fund, how will a tariff benefit the people of Jamaica? We need to ask Dayton Campbell and Mark Golding these questions. How taxing the overseas product, how taxing the imported goods benefit the people of Jamaica? Who will pay that tariff? Who will pay that tariff that the PNP's plan to put on imported goods? Who is going to pay that tariff? The people of Jamaica need to ask Mark Golding, because based on my knowledge of tariff, is the consumer. Consumers are the one that are going to pay the tariff. The people are going to import it and pay the tariff, and then when they come, they're going to pass on the extra cost to us, the consumers. So how will putting on a tariff on imported goods benefit the people of Jamaica? Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell, you need to come out and tell the people of Jamaica how this is going to help the people of Jamaica. How will this benefit poor people? We cannot allow Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell and Peter Bunting to go on the political platform and just throw out these red herrings and nobody asks them these questions. Somebody need to sit down Mark Golding and ask him, where will the $40 billion come from? Because based on the article in the Gleaner, based on Keith Duncan's article, the PNP plan to slow down the payment of debt and raise the income tax threshold is not a good plan. He's cautioning the country against it. He's warning the people of Jamaica against it. The people of Jamaica, you need to listen. Mark Golding's plan is to implement tax and more tax. Nothing more. No plans, no policies. Nothing more. And when you hear Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell going on the platform and talking about, oh, Andrew Holness, government did not fix any road. We need to remind the People's National Party that Jamaica should not have any pothole for the Jamaica Labour Party to be fixing at this time. We need to also remind the Jamaican people that when the PNP was in government, they did not build any house for ordinary Jamaicans. They did not build any house for poor people. The Portia Simpson government built house in 3 miles for PNP people. So when you hear the PNP bloggers putting up on the thing and say, oh, Portia Simpson built 3,000 houses. Where was those houses built? Where the house they built? Where did the PNP build those houses? Those houses were built in the PNP garrison. Those houses were not for Jamaican people. Those houses were for PNP people. So when the PNP is in government, PNP people benefit. The houses that Portia Simpson built on a 3 mile, only PNP people who have never worked a day in their lives, they are the ones benefiting from those houses. The house them on a 3 mile where Portia built with our tax money, with our housing trust money. PNP people now living in those houses, those persons have never worked a day in them life. They never threw a housing trust before. And because they're not paying back for the house they're not finished properly. No, I don't think them have proper utilities in the houses. JPS Water Commission, none of them something in the house them. The house in a Majestic Garden. Because them the house, they are PNP house for PNP people. Those houses were not for the ordinary Jamaicans. And the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness, in our next term, is going to build a house for minimum wage workers. The Jamaica Labour Party government already commit to build over 30,000 houses for low-income earners under the Jamaica Labour Party. The Jamaica Labour Party already identified the land. Funding is there. And these houses will not be built in any garrison. These houses will not be built in any PNP or any JLP area. These houses going to build in decent, nice, gated community where everybody can benefit. This is the difference between a government that put people over party. This is the difference. We are not the same. Andrew Holness believe in building up the country, prosperity. PNP believe in helping PNP people eat a food mentality. That's the difference. When PNP in a power, PNP people eat food. PNP people chuck and move garbage. PNP contractor eat food. PNP people get house. PNP people in a private sector, PNP people in a government position. That is the difference. Andrew Holness is building a nation, not a tribe. That is the difference. So guys, we cannot get distracted. We cannot get distracted. Everything not perfect. Everything not perfect. I'm not gonna say the Andrew Holness government do everything right and everybody we agree with everything. But what we agree, what we all can agree with, is that since 2016, the lives of the Jamaican people has improved dramatically. Since 2016. Since 2016, more young people educated, trained, and in a job. More pensioners getting better improvement, increase, better health facilities. Right now, JUTC buses are now in the rural area. That couldn't happen under the People's National Party. Under the PNP, there was no money to buy any buses for this chichi from PJ. Trust them bus from the 90s. We couldn't buy any more buses because there was no money. And by the way, guys, I see where the PNP people in Kingston are crying on social media. And I say, oh, there's not enough buses in Kingston and buses short. Let me tell you something. For too long now, only Kingston people are benefit from JUTC buses. And Kingston people alone are pay tax. The entire country subsidizing the JUTC. It's not only Kingston people. And if you want to be frank, Kingston people in the ghetto and the garrison, they don't really pay bills. The rural people of Jamaica paying taxes, and the rural people of Jamaica taxes spend on JUTC as well. So we supposed to benefit from JUTC buses as well. So I see you guys on social media crying out, oh, they're sending bus to Maypen and we don't have any bus from 52 route. Oh, they're sending bus to Lindsay and we don't have any bus to Portmore. Country people pay a tax too. Country people pay a tax too, and for too long, only urban people are benefit from JUTC. Time come for rural people benefit as well. Time come for the rural people in Jamaica to benefit from JUTC as well. Because the PNP led you guys to believe that a fool of money alone spent on JUTC. We pay taxes as well. People in the rural area, we pay tax. So nothing wrong if the government pull one bus from an area and send it to St. Catherine. Nothing is wrong if the government pull a bus from Kingston and send it to Maypen. Nothing is wrong if the government send two buses to St. James. Nothing is wrong. The people in those areas are paying tax as well. So you need to cut that out. And I see where some of you guys talking about it is a politics to gain votes. So let me ask you a question. Isn't that the duty of every political party and every government to stay in power? What are you guys trying to say? You guys are saying that the Jamaica Labour Party government is sending buses to the rural areas to gain votes. So what? So what? That is why the people of Jamaica voted for the Jamaica Labour Party. That is why the people in St. Thomas voted for Michelle Charles and James Robertson, because they want their life to improve. They wanted the highway. They wanted the urban center. They wanted the JUTC buses. That is the reason why the people in St. Thomas voted for Michelle Charles and James Robertson. So now they are delivering. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the issue? And a fool fault make when PNP was in government, all they gave St. Thomas people was chikungunya and bad roads and fentanyl non-performer Ferguson. Is that our fault? The Jamaica Labour Party told the people of Jamaica that when we form government, we will improve their lives. The Jamaica Labour Party told the people of Jamaica that when we form government, we will pay down the debt and free up more money to buy more JUTC buses. The Jamaica Labour Party told the people of Jamaica that when we form government, we will improve the police stations, the hospitals, the health center, the roads, and the schools. And that is what the Andrew Holness government is doing. We are fulfilling our manifesto. Nothing is wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. So I don't understand how I say, of course I vote where I look. Of course I vote where I look. Nothing is wrong with that. It's not illegal. It's not corruption. Of course we are vote where I look, because rural people deserve to have a proper and a safe mode of transportation. People in May Pen, Clarendon deserve to have a safe and proper way to transport them goods, and children need to have a safe and proper transportation to take them to school. Nothing is wrong with that. And we soon drop 2 JUTC bus up in a Manchester, 1 to Christiana, 1 down a South, and 1 down a Porus. 3 JUTC buses coming to Manchester when the other bus set a bus them come. By June, when the next 150 bus coming out of the country, 3 buses will be in Manchester. 1 down a South Manchester, 1 down a Porus, and 1 up a Christiana. So do you think we are look vote yet on the soon see something? When the next 150 buses come, 1 bus will be running from Pappy into Mavis Bank. So no soon know if I vote we are look. When the rest of bus them come, 1 bus will be running from Pappy into Dallas, Constitution Hill, Content Gap. We no soon know if I vote we are look. That is why the people of Jamaica gave Andrew Michael Holness the overwhelming majority to fix the country and make their lives better, to improve their lives. That is why we are fixing the roads. And the buses that are coming will have internet on them. That is why we are putting in the infrastructure right now. That is why we are putting the fiber optics cables under the ground now. This Andrew Holness government is not a party of promises. This Andrew Holness government is not a party of pipeline. This Andrew Holness government is a party of performance. This Andrew Holness government is a party of performance. So look, I don't know how I'm going to talk about a vote we are look. We're not shame. The difference with us is that we are doing tangible things that the Jamaican people can see, and things that help the Jamaican people. Unlike Mark Golden and the PNP that is going around and talking about time come to fund Klansman gang to the tune of $1 billion. That is what time come for. Time come to invest in Klansman gang out of Spanish Town. Time come to give Klansman gang contract to disperse water in a St. Catherine. Time come to build 3-story building without permit. That's what time come for. Time come 400 million missing in a PNP-led municipality. That is what time come. Time come to sell Senate seat for $15 million. That is what time come for. That is all time come for a bunch of tapanaris to farm government. Time come to farm company. Time come to farm company like Rerum. Time come to invest in foreign country and leave your constituency for your constituent to be falling off stairs and breaking their feet. That is what time come for. That is what time come for. That is the difference between Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party. We believe in prosperity. We believe in progress. We believe in good policies. We believe in improving the lives of the Jamaican people. That is what we believe in, to improve the lives of ordinary Jamaicans. That is what the Jamaica Labour Party and the Andrew Holness believe in. So when you see Jamaica Labour Party government, I roll out the JUTC bus them, watch, allow we make we do our work. Allow us to do our work. When you see the Jamaica Labour Party, a bill highway free of cost for the people of St. Thomas, as opposed to what Portia Simpson Miller signed, giving away how much prime land to China, plus almost, and not almost, if the PNP was in government and the road to St. Thomas, that would be a toll road under the PNP, just like the one in Portmore. That is the difference. That is the difference. So we have to call on Mark Jefferson Golding to tell the people of Jamaica, where will the $40 billion come from to run the Run With It PNP, Run With It program? Where will the $40 billion come from that he is proposing? Where? Are you going to stop cut the money from the pensioners? Are you going to take money from the pensioners, Mark Golding? What about the healthcare system? Are you going to remove the free healthcare policy? What about the free tuition in government schools? Are you going to move that? Are you going to change that? Are you going to start collecting a fee now? Where will the money come from? What about the PATH program? What about the PATH program, Mark Golding? Are you going to cut funding from that? We need to ask Mark Golding these questions. Where will the money come from to fund your $40 billion Run With It social program? That's a simple question. That is a very, very simple question. Are you still planning? Is it still your intention to slow down the payment of debt? Are you still planning to stop paying down our debt and use that money to give to PNP people to buy food? Because according to you, they cannot afford food. Mark Golding, if you're so interested, since you're so interested in poor people and PNP people can buy food, why don't you use your company Rerum where you have and bring in some rice and some peas and some oil and some things and distribute it in the PNP area? Since you're so concerned about cost of living and the PNP people cannot afford to buy food according to you, you're already rich, you know. Maybe yes, you're rich already, and you know, come to scrape, make your belly full already, because we all know that DBNG and the Omar Davis made their money on the back of poor people because of the policies of Omar Davis. We already know that you made your money on the backs of poor people because of Omar Davis. We know that. And we know you're born with a trust fund. We know we're not going to take that away from you. But since you care about the PNP people so much, how about use your company Rerum Limited? Bring in some rice and some peas and some oil and some ketchup and some little basic amenities and distribute them in the PNP Garrison, Seaview, Arnett Garden, PN Land, back to. How about that? Because remember, your belly full already, you know. Because remember, you was Omar Davis' mentor, you know. I remember, according to the DBN, according to the Contractor General report, you and Peter Bunting made money because of sweetheart deal from Omar Davis, you know. Remember, according to the Contractor General, you and Peter Bunting got sweetheart deal and made money from the bad policies of Omar Davis and Mark Golding. Remember. So your belly full already. So you don't come to scrape no more because you scrape enough. You scrape enough. You are a 3-card trickster. You're like Donald Trump. Your belly full. So since you're so generous and your belly full already, how about that? You have no policy. Remember, Damian Crawford say the PNP will not tell us any more of them plans, you know. So are we to believe that we're not here where the $40 billion are going to come from? Is that a way for you guys to hide away from answering the question? Because the people of Jamaica want to know. Where will the $40 billion come from, Mark Golding? And the members of the civil society group, the member of the non-integrity civil society group, Jeanette Calder, Carol Narcis, Grenada, the Grenada man there, Grenada man, what name? The one there, Michael Jackson. You guys, could you please ask Mark Golding to tell the people of Jamaica how will he fund this 40 billion run with the programs that he's planning to come in with? Please and thanks. Instead of breathing down the Jamaica Labour Party necks and putting out all type of garbage and nonsense and stupidness when Jamaican people not asking about. How about do some work? How about do some work that would benefit the people of Jamaica? How about that? The well-thinking people of Jamaica would love to know where Mark Golding is going to get the money from. And I hope Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell read the article. I hope Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell read the article that was placed in the Gleaner on the weekend. Keith Duncan, very, very informative article. Go and go read it. Warning against lofty and impractical election promises. He's warning against Run With It 2.0. He's warning against promises, including raising the income tax threshold and slowing down debt repayment. And he felt the need to talk about these two policies because that is what Mark Golding told the people of Jamaica that he will do if he form government. So Keith Duncan felt the urge to speak up. Thank you, Keith Duncan. Thank you. And one thing the PNP can say, you are Labour right. And one thing the PNP cannot say is that Keith Duncan is a Labour right. And Keith Duncan felt the urge to address the country this on Sunday, warning Mark Golding and the PNP against the idea, against the plan, against the temptation, against the idle promise to raise the income tax threshold to $3 million and to slow down the payment of our debt. He felt the urge. And it is very, very important. It is very, very serious. And I hope, since this is coming from Keith Duncan, the civil society group will pick it up. I really, really hope, since this is coming from Keith Duncan and not from a Labour Party person, the civil society group will pick it up and ask these questions. Because I would love to know $40 billion from where? $40 billion from where, Mark Golding? And guys, let us talk a little. So every time I come to talk about a topic, I always go off topic. I try not to go off topic, guys, but I don't know. Let us talk a little about Mark Golding and the political platform over the weekend, saying that he gave the government an ultimatum. Andrew Holness need to answer his question with the CCJ, or he will pull his two representatives from the committee. Mark Golding, she say the Prime Minister now look for you, Mark Golding. She say the Prime Minister now pay you no mind, Mark Golding. See that? The Jamaica Labour Party administration under the leadership of Andrew Holness is focusing on fulfilling our mandate. The Constitution Reform Committee took the presentation to the young people in Westmoreland. Warm reception, very informative, and young people have spoken. And if you read the article again, Mark Golding and the PNP, the young people, the 18-year-old young people who will be able to vote for the Republic, tell the Jamaica Labour Party government that they are in favor of the government, and all of them is going to vote out. The young people in Westmoreland, based on the feedback that the government got from the young people, they are in favor of the removal of the king. So we don't really need Mark Golding and 14 PNP people. The Jamaica Labour Party don't really need Mark Golding and 14 bandits. Because at the end of the day, the people of Jamaica will the people of Jamaica will decide who or what our final court will be and who our head of state will be. Hmm? The people of Jamaica will decide what type of government we're going to have and who our head of state will be. Because the committee took the meeting, took the information to the young people, and the young people told the committee and the government of Jamaica, yes, they are in favor of removing the king of the head of as our head of state. Remember, them are going to vote in the referendum, guys. Remember, is the people of Jamaica will decide, and there will be a referendum, and we will ask the people of Jamaica yes or no, and the people will say yes, let's move the king. Mark Golden and 14 people will not decide. Mark Golden and 14 people will not make that decision. The people of Jamaica did not vote for Mark Golden to make that decision. So you, Mark Golden, you can take your 14 people and go. You, Mark Golden, can take your 14 people and go on, but you're busy. You guys will not decide. You will not decide. Once the people of Jamaica is on board with the government, that is consensus enough. Mark Golden and him 14 people do not speak for the people of Jamaica. Mark Golden only speak for the 14 members of parliament. Mark Golden does not represent us. And that's all I'm going to say about what took place on Mark Golden platform, because everything else a noise. Everything else come from the Viragos and the big noisy man was all noise. So we don't need to address that. We just need to tell Mark Golden, because he's the opposition leader and the head cook and battle washer, that don't wait to hear from the Prime Minister. Don't wait to hear from Andrew Holness. Don't put on your pot, because that will never happen. All right? The two people them will move and go on with them, they never really do nothing in the first place, so go on with them. All right? So you don't need to go back on no more political platform and talk about it, because you waste your time. Prime Minister will not answer you. What you need to do, Mark Golden, what you need to do, Mark Jefferson Golden, is go on a political platform or have a sit down with Emily or with Dion, your favorite reporter, or you can go over Cliff Hughes, or you can do an interview with George Davis, and tell the people of Jamaica, where will you get the money from to fund the 40 billion Run With It program? Where will that money come from? Which ministry will you be pulling funds from? Which government entity will you be pulling funds from? How many taxes? Which area are you planning to tax to get that money? Which area are you planning to tax to get the money to fund your 40 billion Run With It program? And are you still planning to slow down the payment of debt? Are you still planning to stop paying down with debt and balloon with debt so you can get money for you and your Tapanaris people? These are the questions we want you to come out and answer. You don't worry about the Constitution Reform Committee. We don't need to worry about that. That is out of your hand. That is out of your hand. That you have no control over that. Leave that alone. What you need to do as the opposition leader, as the highest paid politician in the country, is to just come out and address the nation. We're waiting on you. We want to ask you these questions. We want to know if our never run with it, yeah, come with, like what Omar Davis said, let's run with it and fix it later. We want to know. And every day you go up on platform, you on Dayton Campbell talk about road. Roads are being fixed right across the country. Roads are being fixed. The Spark program is out. Roads are being fixed. So I agree that yes, the rain mash up the road and it is the government's responsibility, and the government is doing their job. The government not on a platform and tell people about how we're going to tax on to fix road. The government pay down the debt and have the money right now to fix the roads, and roads are being fixed. In Barbican, where we soon are complain about, the Barbican Square, that is fixed. All the main thoroughfares are being fixed as we speak. NWA is on the ground. Roads are being fixed. So you need to find another campaign and another thing to campaign on, because that now work. And guys, Andre Stevens, good evening. Me see you take it up on yourself. Me see where you take it up on yourself, like you want to use a platform and instigate violence against Ribbies, against the people in establishment. Me see where you are instigate violence and like you want tell the people them say if you go fire bomb or if you go burn down or if you go whatever the people them business place. You need to leave that alone, Andre Stevens. Me you're not friend, you know. Me you're not friend. Me you already a gungo line. We're not friend, you know. But you see, as one human being to another human being, leave that alone. Me I warn you. That's a public, that's a police matter. That's a serious police matter. Lawyers are involved, police is involved, incoming is involved, people reputation is involved. You need to halt what you're doing. You need to stop what you're doing. Me see you. I mean, I come for cuss you tonight, you know. Me not come for cuss you tonight because I don't know if you realize 2005, me not cussing with you. Me change my approach. But as one human being to one human being and one person to another person with on social media talking about politics and looking views and everything, I am just telling you, as a good citizen, leave that alone. Your campaign for PNP, that's fine. That is fine. But leave that alone and do not try to drag the Labour Party in any foolish way I come with. Me make sure one, me see you and me hear you, you know. And that little voice I try to pull in the Labour Party night, you know. Me hear you, I try to tie things together and put in the Labour Party night. And Andre, you see, if you come for we are going to come for you. You see, separate from what you are trying to do with Ribbies, the organization, the police matter, me, I leave that alone. But you see, when you're tying the Labour Party in it, you see, if you come for me I go come for you. I mean, know you have a bigger platform than me. I mean, know you have more people than me, but you know I'm not afraid of you. You know, say me are the girl make you cry tears already. You know, me are the girl make you bawl and run up and down already. So me I warn you, do not come for us. Do not come for the Jamaica Labour Party. It's not business as usual. Campaign all you want for the PNP. We're not business with you. You are do your work, we are do our work. But do not come for the Jamaica Labour Party and do not try to defame. Should not try to mislead. Do not try to put out no misinformation and anything where you come with. Desist. You hear me? I warn you. Don't make me start paying at 2025. Don't make me start back paying at 2025. All right. I felt the urge. Because 3 people send me one little video with you. I try. You know, come out clear and say it, you know. But me know your work. I've been watching you for a minute now. And me know how you work. And me know you give like a clue. And you send out people go do your dirty work. Careful. careful. Oh, and another thing. Barracuda, what are we there Jamaica and hide in a bush? You did just to stay in a bush. What are we there Jamaica and hide in a bush and a bush to stay? And a bush you must stay Barracuda because anything you push out your head, anything you think you're bad, you push out your head and share your location. That's all me I gonna say about you. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to guys. Please to click on the like button and like up the live, no man. 188 I went over here. I just have 75 like guys. In order for the channel to grow, in order for me to be in the algorithm of my live, be on the front page, you guys have to like up the live. And comrades, me know so no over here. So no subscribe to the channel, click on the like button and like up the page. And continue to watch the video, guys. Continue to watch the videos. Watch all of it. Just put it on the TV and make it run and watch the video. Continue to subscribe. Continue to like. Continue to share. Continue to comment. Thank you so much for your support. And you know, continue to call out Mark Jefferson Golding and ask him to come out and answer questions. He need to keep a press conference and talk to the people of Jamaica. Keep a press conference, Mark Golding. Tell the people of Jamaica where you're going to get the $40 billion from. Because me know a tax you plan to tax the people of Jamaica. Because the PNP is the party of tax and more tax and more tax. Mark Golding plan is to tax the people of Jamaica so that they can get $40 billion to run with it. To implement PNP run with it program. We cannot allow Mark Golding and the PNP to form government. We cannot allow Mark Golding and the bunch of Tapanaris to come in and put more tax on the people of Jamaica. We cannot allow Dayton Campbell to come in and put on tariff on imported goods. That will not benefit the people of Jamaica. That will hurt ordinary Jamaicans. We cannot allow Damian Crawford to come in and implement back school fees, tuition in schools. We cannot allow Dr. Das to come in and bring back the health sector to where doctors were being asked to wear plastic bag as gowns, scandal bags as gloves, no bulb in operating theater, no equipment to use. We cannot allow Dr. Dawes to come back in government where people 5 baby mother have baby one time on one bed. We cannot allow Dr. Dawes to come back in to implement the paying system again where people have to pay a fee to use our public health facilities. Public health is a right. It is the right of every Jamaican citizen to have access to health care. That is a right. We cannot allow the PNP to come back in and mash up the system. We cannot allow Michael Phillips, non-performing minister, to come in and wreck JUTC, full it up a PNP people who not turn up for work, just a collect fee. We cannot allow the PNP to come back in and start to buy back buses where the PNP people stealing the fuel, stealing the gas. We cannot allow the People's National Party to come back in. We cannot allow Mark Golding to come back in to give himself sweetheart deals like what they got under Omar Davis. We cannot allow the PNP to come back in government. We're in a PNP time. PNP MP and PNP councillors were using taxpayer money and material to fix them personal road, driveway up to the yard. We cannot allow that. We cannot allow the PNP government to come back in. We're under Peter Bunting. All he had to say was divine intervention and couldn't fight crime. We cannot allow the PNP to come back in where 213 police stations with 150 of them not usable, not in good working conditions. We cannot put in back the People's National Party. We need to remember where we're coming from and tell ourselves that we can never go back to where we're coming from. And that is what the PNP is offering. No plans, no policies. We can never turn our country over to the likes of Mark Jefferson Golding and Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell. We cannot turn over our country to a man that is not even see the need or respect us or respect Jamaican people enough to relinquish his British citizen. We cannot turn over our country to a man that does not even have a Jamaican passport. We cannot turn over our country to a man that does not have not even in house when living in a name in our country. We cannot allow a repeat of FinSac. We cannot allow a run with it. We cannot allow a DBNG sweetheart deal. We cannot turn our country to a man that is putting a chain around black people's neck. We cannot turn over our country to a man that don't even care about the constituency that he's leading. We cannot. We can never go back. No turning back for the country. Andrew Michael Holness has set us on the path to prosperity. Andrew Michael Holness has set the country when it comes to infrastructure in the urban areas. Andrew Michael Holness. When it comes to highways, local, main, every road, Andrew Holness. When it comes to hospitals, health centers, Andrew Holness. When it comes to opportunity for the youths, Andrew Holness. In a PNP time, poor people picnic couldn't go out. In a PNP time, poor people picnic could not attend our trust NTA. In a PNP time, poor people picnic could not get a skill. In a PNP time, poor people picnic could not go to college. You need 3 persons to sign a guarantor for you. Now, all you need to go to college now is the qualification. You don't have to worry about the funding. You don't have to worry about school fee, thanks to the policies of Andrew Michael Holness. Under Andrew Holness, we have a 3.5 unemployment rate. More jobs than ever. I saw a video, guys. Go on Peter Shakur TikTok page and look. He did a video about Burger King in Barbican over the weekend. Where Burger King in Barbican, I don't know, Barbican are like middle class people living in Barbican. You have a little ghetto area, but the Burger King in Barbican are mostly middle class people use it. Middle class and business people use it. And there's a video on Peter Shakur's TikTok page. He went there and he showed that he made a video of the front door closed and the people are being asked to use the drive-thru. Both walk in and drive-thru. You don't know why? Because Burger King cannot get any workers. When have you ever see that? When have you ever seen it in Jamaica? Burger King cannot get any workers. That is the reason why they had to close the front door. Because the young people do not want to work in Burger King anymore because Andrew Holness has made it possible for them to get a skill so they can get a good job and they can get a better wage. Burger King have to up their salary. Burger King have to up them salary in order to get workers. When you ever see that on the PNP? And the PNP, you have to pay $500 and go one place, go pay $500 for you to get a job, and they send 5 of you to one place, and the Chinese man work you for the day and send you home and tell you, say, nah, take you, and then tomorrow and get 5 more, work you for the day, and it was just like that. And now me live to see under Andrew Michael Holness, Burger King in Barbican have to close them front door because they do not have enough staff. And though, Leon, don't tell me say Burger King underpaid and staff. That's a lie. That is a lie. Burger King pays more than minimum wage. That is a lie. Burger King pays more than minimum wage. Burger King have a health card where you can get a health card where you can go to doctor when you're sick. And go a government place. You go a place like Anjo's. You are lying. Burger King do not underpay their staff. You are telling a lie. Burger King pays more than minimum wage. I think $2,000 more than minimum wage to be exact. And you get extra pay for overtime. That's a lie. Burger King pay their staff good. That is a lie. It's not because of low pay or underpay. It is because the young people do not have to work in Burger King anymore because they have options. During the PNP time, they didn't have any options because PJ mashed up the economy. There was no jobs. No jobs. So here is Peter Shakur, a well-respected man again. You can go look on in TikTok. Burger King Barbican had to close their front door on big Sunday, big weekend. They had no choice because they did not have enough staff. They did not have enough staff. And a lot of other fast food entities have to be paying more. KFC used to pay the bare minimum. They have to raise now and pay more than minimum wage. KFC used to pay minimum wage. They have to cut that out because the young people have options. The young people have options. And I like in a PNP time. And I like in a PNP time when you have to fight to get a job. When you have to go to the job place and you get your $500. And they send you 3 person at the one job. Then the days are over. Those days are finished. The young people now can go to Heart and get a skill. And now they have been qualified and they can work and get better pay. They can work in construction. They can work in the IT. They can work in the tourist industry. They can go overseas to work. These are because of the policies of Andrew Michael Holness. So when you ask me why I support Andrew Holness, this is the reason. Because I see where Andrew Holness is thinking about the Jamaican people. I see where Andrew Holness is implementing policies that benefit the ordinary Jamaican people. I see where Andrew Holness is putting in policies that benefit working class family, middle income workers. That is what I am seeing. Andrew Holness now say, oh, me and a bunch of tapanaris, I go farm government. Andrew Holness now say, oh, this is like a boy. Andrew Holness now call people boy. Andrew Holness never born with a goat spoon in her mouth. Andrew Holness never born with a trust fund. Andrew Holness never tell a poor boy from Central Kingston say he can't represent the party because him poor and not come from nothing. Andrew Holness never replace a poor boy from Central Kingston because he never born with a trust fund and he grew up in a board house with 10 brother and sister on bed. That's not the Andrew Holness that I know. That is the difference with Andrew Holness and Mark Golding. That is the difference with Andrew Holness and Mark Golding. Mark Golding cannot identify with the ordinary Jamaican citizen. Mark Golding cannot identify with working class family. Mark Golding cannot identify with minimum wage workers because Mark Golding is in his pinnacle looking down on us. And that is the reason why I'm asking you guys, 2 roads before us. Choose prosperity and progress, or promises and propaganda. prosperity, progress, upliftment, propaganda, promises, pipeline. That is it. That is it. We have a decision to make. We have a decision to make. Just separate the man from the policy. Separate Andrew Holness, the man, from the policies that he has implemented, and separate Andrew Holness, the man, from Andrew Holness administration. It is very easy. Chalk and cheese. Very, very easy. No comparison. No, absolutely no comparison. So going forward, guys, going forward, labor rights, I just want to end the program by saying this to you. Ask Mark Golding and the PNP. Just ask him. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to beat up your chest. You don't have to in and no back and forth. You don't have to even click live and talk long like me. Just make a video and ask Mark Jefferson Golding, where will the $40 billion come from to fund the Run With It program? How do you plan to finance the $40 billion Run With It program that you are planning to implement if you form government? Just tell we want to know. We don't want to buy no pussy in a bag. Just tell us so we can know from now, so we can prepare ourselves. A simple question. A simple question we are asked Mark Golding. And a rocket sign. And a nothing hard. And a nothing hard, guys. No kill up on yourself. And a nothing hard. Don't kill up on yourself. Don't ask another hard question. And don't have to put it in a proper English. Or don't have to put it in a standard English. You can't say it in any way you want to say. Ask Mark Golding. Tell us. Tell us. Come and tell the people of Jamaica. You are suggesting in your budget speech, you said the government must put away much percent for run social program. You say $40 billion. Tell us, which area will you pull that fund from? Which ministry? Which sector? Just come tell we. That's all we want to know. And every time Mark Golding go on a platform to speak, ask Mark Golding this question. Anytime when I go on a PNP platform to speak, just ask them. Explain to the people of Jamaica where. Because Keith Duncan, a very, 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 very respected businessman who is non-political, who have friends on both sides of the aisle, felt the need to write an article to the Comrade newspaper sounding the alarm, warning the government and the opposition against promises, against unrealistic policies and promises. And he felt the need to point out two promises. Raising income tax threshold to 3 million, bad idea. That will cost the country over $38 billion. Plus, in order for that to happen, you have to implement more tax. That is what Keith Duncan said. Second, slow down the payment of debt. That will damage the country's credibility internationally. And these two policies were proposed by Mark Jefferson Golding. Mark Golding was the one who made these two proposals. So guys, we have to zoom in on this and we have to focus on these two things, and we need to ask Mark Jefferson Golding these questions. This is what we're going to work with for the rest of the week. Every blogger, everybody, run out and ask Mark Golding these questions. Run out and ask Mark Golding these questions. Call the radio program and ask Mark Golding this question. Call Diane Jackson Mill and ask her to ask Mark Golding this question. Call Emily Shields and ask Mark Golding to answer this question. Call Comrade Oral Tracy and ask him to ask Mark Golding this question. Call Comrade Simon Crosskill and ask him to ask Mark Golding these questions, because the ordinary Jamaican people will like to know. Thank you very much, guys, for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, please, please, please continue to watch the live. When the live is finished, re-watch the live. And by the way, guys, if you're watching any of my videos and you see where an ad come up, please watch the ad. This is a young program. It's in a young stage. Just start. And in order for the platform to grow, we have to support each other. We need no support. I need the support from all of the labor right, them 152 and from the one them we're going to rewatch it. Please, if you don't see any ad come up, watch the ad. I am going to remove the ad eventually, but just because the platform is young and new and everything, and I want to get myself in the algorithm, so when you go on YouTube, you can just see my video then pop up. I am just asking you guys to watch the ad, rewatch the live, share the program, and thank you for your support. It is very, very much appreciated. And I will come back here every night at 8 p.m. where we're going to discuss current affair issues, and we're going to call out Mark Jefferson Golding and the People's National Wrecking Ball Party, because we have to make sure that when the election is called, Andrew Michael Holness will return and get his third term. Alisa Jackson, then take Jamaica. Yeah, then take Jamaican people for fool, Alisa, for truth. Then take Jamaican people for fool. And then I'm not going no willing to answer no question. Mark Golding no willing to tell the people them no policies and no plans. Just time come and be a nice. Him have date and Campbell and make nice. That is it, and I distract the people of Jamaica. Thank you, Navlet. Thank you, Alisa. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Rich. Thank you very much to every single one of you who tune in over here every night, bearing with me, supporting me, and helping me to grow, helping me to grow by platform. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow.